raining outside, and we thought it's a good time to make another Q&A video. We want to do this more regularly as opposed to having one video that's like 1 hour like the last one. We're in Norway right now. We've been here about 3 months, and it's starting to get more into autumn, so it's starting to rain more, and
it's getting about time to leave.
Yeah,
but we'll be here for another 1.5 months maybe.
Yeah,
and then
we have the next tropical
location. We haven't decided yet exactly, but we'll let you know when we know. So let's get into some questions. So basically, you guys can always ask us questions, in the comment sections on all our videos, and typically we answer them. But sometimes the question might be suitable for a Q&A, and we'll just use it in our next Q&A. So keep asking questions, and even if you get it answered, we might still talk about it in the Q&A video. So here goes. Here are a few questions, from several weeks back that we've compiled. So let's get it started. First of all, Zoe Buchanan asks, how important is exercise? And we've talked about this before in some videos, and I would say exercise is very important, of course, because we're designed to move. So, in a wild setting, as a wild animal, we would have to move in order to find our food, we would have to make shelter, we would have to, and we would also play, with other animals. And in modern day life, things have become slightly different.
When you're sitting inside all day and there's nothing going on, you kind of have to force yourself to, you have to put yourself in a situation where you're kind of simulating a natural environment in terms of movement.
Yeah.
If we were, as you said, out in nature, we might climb trees all day, and the children would run around and they would naturally build muscle, as opposed to how it is these days, where
we're driving car everywhere, sitting on the computer, watching TV, taking the bus, that kind of thing. So we have to, exercise is important, yes, we have to move, we have to be active. But of course, how important it is probably exaggerated, I think, by some people. Like, you have to be healthy, you have to, the harder you work out, the more fucked you're afterwards, the better it is. But that's not really the truth. I think rest and recuperation comes before exercise. So make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you get enough rest, and eat a proper diet, and sunshine and fresh air. Feel good so that you are just urged, naturally to just go out and play and be active and exercise. And so that's how it should be, I think. Don't force yourself to exercise if you don't have the energy. But if you don't have the energy, ask yourself, why don't I have the energy? And see where you could possibly conserve some more energy by sleeping and eating a healthier diet.
There's also something to be said about having a higher caloric need through exercise or movement. Basically makes you eat more food, which then again gives you more nutrients.
More iron, more calcium, more protein, more fat. If you eat 2,000 calories versus 3,000 calories, the 3,000 calorie diet is going to have overall more nutrients. So does that mean you have to eat 3,000 calories? No, but if you're so inactive that you're literally burning only 1,600 calories or something crazy like that, I'd say you probably end up deficient in a lot of micronutrients. Next question. Helena Ekra. Hva mener dere om Soylent? It's Norwegian. She says, what are your guys' opinion on Soylent? Soylent is a product, like a meal replacement product. I highly recommend against such crappy things as meal replacement foods. I mean, we are designed to eat whole foods. So my opinion on Soylent and other meal replacements to lose weight and all that stuff, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. Eat whole food. Eat a whole food, plant-based diet that will satisfy you, be nutritious, and help you maintain your weight and health easily, effortlessly. Not go on some crazy diet of like replacing your meals with a powder shake thing, no.
not only isn't it whole, but it's also cooked and nutritionally wrong
Yeah.
in terms of its composition for humans.
Let's trust nature when it comes to producing food, not laboratories. Nature got it all right, in whole foods. So let's just eat that.
So Hannah Koritz, she has 3 questions, but here's one. How old are you guys? I'm 26.
And I'm 29. 2015.
The next one is what are your future goals? I tend to not plan too far ahead. I'm really excited about putting into action what I'm excited about now. Short-term plans in terms of fitness, travel, and other small things.
Yeah. And of course, we have certain plans together, and we also have our individual plans and our vision on life and things like that. So, but yeah, just like you said, I don't plan too much either. I can see visions, of like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to maybe have a fruit farm somewhere sometime, or building the YouTube and making a sustainable income online. That would be a cool thing that we're planning and trying to do. What about having a music studio one day and making music, because I used to make music and have a home studio, and I would like to do that, but I like to travel, so I sold everything, and there's so many destinations we'd like to see in the world, so many adventures we'd like to go on. So yeah, lots of plans, but really main thing is just to be here today, now. Short-term plans, follow our highest excitement. Feel like going on and running around in the rain, then we'll do that, even though we should edit videos or anything like that. We just do what we want. Not that I have a particular strong urge to run around in the rain today.
Sometimes you do though.
Yeah, it can happen.
I jumped in the snow one time.
Yeah. What is your opinion? Same, still Hannah Koritz. What is your opinion on having an abundance of calories a day? Depends what you mean with that question, but if you mean eating sufficient amount of calories, then of course, yes, that is important. We need to eat enough calories to satisfy our fuel needs, but also all the other nutrients. So that's important. But if you mean having an abundance of calories as in pushing in the calories, getting minimum 3,000 calories a day, like some people promote, I wouldn't say that's a good idea.
No, that would be overabundance. Abundance is perfect. Moderate.
Enough.
Yeah.
Not even moderate, but naturally moderate,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, just eating according to hunger. But of course, there's so many little things that we've accustomed ourselves to over the years, conditioning about portion control and not eating too much and all that stuff. So sometimes when you say to people, just eat according to hunger, they end up under eating. So it essentially is just about eating when you're hungry until you're full. But like seriously, until you're full, until you're satisfied, go ahead, eat. You don't have to worry about it. Eat as much as you want. As soon as it starts getting uncomfortable, you're probably overeating. But then you have to remember in the beginning, you have to learn how to stretch your stomach a little bit to accommodate a greater volume of food. So there's a bit of a transition period, but...
And trust your body, because your body will adjust to your caloric need over a certain amount of time. Like if you're extremely active, chances are you're going to be under eating for a small amount of time when transitioning,
and then you'll adjust.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah. Your body is very good at measuring intake of calories. Yeah, and then she said, especially when you aren't very active or vice versa. Well, yeah, like you said, if you're very active, you raise your caloric need, and slowly you'll learn to eat that much. And if you're very inactive, your caloric need will go down. And make sure, if you're very active and then turn inactive, a lot of people keep eating the same amount of food because they're so used to their habits. They eat the same every day. Try to make an effort to actually listen to your body on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. Don't just eat a set amount of food. Don't just drink because you usually drink at this hour. Am I thirsty? Am I hungry? But then again, don't overthink it, because to start overthinking it is like, no, I'm not hungry. I'm just greedy, aren't I? Oh, yeah, I shouldn't eat. No, if you're hungry, eat. If you want food, eat. If it looks appealing, eat it. Simple. And then there's one more question. I think it's also from Hannah Kors, but I don't know. She says, "How do you break old habits with food?"
You don't really.
Yeah, you just create new habits, right?
Yeah, I mean, your brain, if you've been eating pizza your whole life and associating pizza with, oh my god, amazing, your brain is probably going to be hardwired like that almost your entire life.
Yeah, it's not that you if you change your opinion on pizza, it doesn't change the wiring in your brain saying pizza will give me that good feel. You know, see the McDonald's sign. Every time I see the McDonald's sign, there's a little thing in my brain that happens, you know, endorphins, you know, like, oh, go there because that'll give you that good feeling. Even though I consciously know that McDonald's is really not healthy and very unethical and that kind of thing. So
But
how
in
do you
terms of, yeah, like practically speaking, you know, moving away from how it was before. If you go traveling, you'll probably soon realize that you're not around your stove anymore, and you're used to putting pizza in that stove. So you might be just eating fruit and be super content with that because there's no signals telling you eat pizza.
Yeah. So essentially create new habits
Mhm.
and enforce those habits.
Yeah.
Keep enforcing the new habits until the old habits sort of just fade away. And if you're able to avoid triggering those old habits by seeing those same places or seeing the same foods or smelling the same foods, if you're able to avoid that, then that's also very good.
When I go to Nice in France, I associate that with eating raw tomato burgers. So every time I go to Nice, I have to eat these tomato burgers.
Yeah, because we've been doing it over the last few years.
Yeah.
So we've created a habit, a healthy habit.
A tradition.
Yeah, tradition. But another thing that happens in this is also, we've also associating this with restaurants, pizzas, steaks, French fries, and a lot of different foods. So getting exposed to those habits and seeing people eat that stuff is difficult. So breaking old habits can take a lot of time, can take a lifetime, maybe more, I don't know. Just have to be focused on what you want and then do what you want. And remember why you're doing it.
So Miss Desixo asks, could you do a video on your thoughts of weed? Wow.
Let's at least talk about it now. Maybe we'll do a video at one point. A lot of thoughts on weed. Let's keep it very simple because this is a complex topic. Let's just say we've smoked a lot of weed, okay? We smoked a lot of weed. And it was great. I mean, I learned so much. I had so many insights. I've gained so much depth into my own being and seeing the world, and it was a beautiful kind of meditation lasting for several years as we were smoking almost every day, and we grew our own herb at one point. Homegrown is the best.
That said, you know, I don't want to do it now because it's not really healthy in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a part of my life where, as you said, it brought me to a different level, just like anything does. I'm happy that I ate McDonald's 10 years ago because it brought me to where I am now. But it doesn't necessarily mean I endorse going to McDonald's.
Or that you want to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I learned a lot from cannabis, but I don't feel the need to do that on a regular basis now anymore. I've learned my lessons, you know, my spiritual lessons, if you will, and now I do other things. And I remember noticing as I was smoking a lot that I was starting to cough a little bit. My lungs, they didn't feel that good, you know. It was just overall physically unhealthy, spiritually expanding, let's just say. Now, I'm open to smoking cannabis a couple of times a year maybe. Once a year or twice a year or never. Or more. I mean, it all depends on where you are in your evolution. I think cannabis can be a very potent tool in learning about yourself and seeing things in different light. but physically it taxes the body and it's not healthy. So not something I would do on a regular basis.
No.
SLXD100 says, "Hey, I love your videos. They inspire me. Blah, blah, blah. What about vegetables? Do you eat some greens now and then? Isn't that important?" Good question. Simple answer: we don't eat that much greens. We don't eat greens almost at all. We used to eat them a lot. We found it's difficult to include a salad. It was just strange making a salad when I wanted to eat fruit. We went to eating just greens as they are, and then eventually we realized how greens really aren't really that appealing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to learn more in depth about it, you can check out our video on topic there. And yeah, check out that video. We're going in depth about it there. Bottom line is, I don't think it is essential to eat greens. I think fruit is enough if we're eating high quality tropical fruits. Coconut water, if we're sweating a lot, we need extra sodium. Alright.
Expanding Star wants to know about the locks.
Yes, what's about my so-called dreadlocks, I guess. Well, why and how? How is very simple. When you don't comb your hair anymore, when you stop combing your hair, you get dreadlocks eventually. They just become these advanced, they just lock into these things. You know, it just happens very naturally. You can, of course, accelerate the progress by sort of working with your hair a little bit. I did that actually, but it would have happened naturally anyway, and it was just a natural process. And I'm not doing anything now for the whole career of my dreadlocks, if we can call it that, probably 8 years or something like that. I haven't done anything. I'm simply allowing it to grow the way it does. There's no need to fix the roots, as some people think, to make it go into dread. No, it just happens by itself. By the weight of the hair, it just goes into new locks and it does its own thing. The only thing that I do, maintenance-wise, is probably once a month or something. Like, not like regularly, but just whenever I feel like it, I just pull some of them apart a little bit so I don't end up getting one big lock, you know?
That's what happened to me. I used to have long hair, and I used to wear it in like a bun on top of my head, and it became one dreadlock. That was kind of...
That's wonderful.
Yes.
So, washing... I don't wash my hair really. I just go swimming in the ocean, I go swimming in rivers, I get my hair wet when it gets wet, and I feel like it stays clean that way. There's probably a lot of pollen and dust that gets caught in the hair.
But
no big
it's
deal,
not like
you know?
it's actually dirty. It doesn't smell anything.
No.
Really, it doesn't smell anything. It should smell really nasty.
I've asked several people to smell my hair, and you know, if you're skeptical about it, you can come and smell my hair. It's all good. It's clean. I mean, I feel like the nature is clean. We don't need to wash anything with like soap or anything like that. Our body is clean if we're living clean in a clean environment. So, but of course, I do get water in my hair, as I told you. But I don't wash it as I need to wash my hair once a week. No, they can be months without ever washing my hair. In terms of why, I feel like there's many reasons, but essentially it's just a natural way to wear the hair. It's just low maintenance, and it's the way the hair naturally grows. You know, that's the main why reason. Spiritually, it gets complex, but you know, I also see it as a kind of just being a human being and letting everything grow the way it's supposed to. I feel like I'm more connected to the world, to the earth, to plants, to the environment, to myself. And I do like the idea of the hair being like antennas or roots connecting us with our environment. So, but you know, that's a game that we play. Those kind of thoughts, you know, it's real, but in a way, nothing is real. So, but okay, now we're getting complex about things. But Raw Vegans Victoria asks about the importance of eating organic fruits. Quite a big topic. Let's tackle it quickly.
Basically, we're focused on it, but practically speaking, we're not eating a lot of organic food,
No.
especially here in Norway.
The thing is, you know, there's organic, and then there's organic, and then there's organic. You know, there's like different levels. The organic stuff that you get in the shops is certified organic, blah blah blah. But you know, it might not. They're still spraying it with certain things that might even be more toxic to human health than the things they're spraying on conventional produce. That's a big controversy there. Who knows? I don't know. But then there's, you know, that's certified organic. But then there's also the real organic stuff. You know, that's actually grown in healthy soil, with healthy mineral balance in the soil and good farming practices and microbial activity in the ground and that sort of thing. You know, even though you're buying organic in the shop, it might be grown in like almost dead soil. Even though it's not sprayed with pesticide, who knows? The soil might not be the best. You know, so there's so many more things to it. And then there's the real organic stuff. You know, that really grows in optimal conditions and all that stuff. So I mean, it's a complex thing. What is organic? There might be value to eating organic. I'm not exactly sure, and it's not because I haven't researched it. It's because I've researched it so much that I've realized that there's no way of knowing. There's just so many different opinions and tests pointing in different directions that personally I have just letting go of that a little bit, and I just focus on quality. So we focus on finding the fruit that smells, looks and tastes the best, and we trust that that means that it's the healthiest.
And you know, truly organic stuff, those score the best on all those factors.
Mm-hmm.
So when we find the thing that looks best here, who knows, maybe it is less poisonous, chemicalized than many of the other things that don't look that good.
It's possible. So we do our best to find quality fruit, but looking at the organic label is not necessarily something we do. I mean, we've had bananas here in Norway, not organic, excellent quality. And we've also had organic bananas, crappy quality.
In fact, a lot of the time the organic ones, or organic anything, tends to be lower quality than what you can find of conventional produce.
But that doesn't, of course, mean that it's because it's organic.
No.
It just means because that particular banana or whatever was picked too early, and maybe that company that grows organic bananas had farming practices where they picked their bananas too early, while for some reason other brands of bananas that are not organic pick their bananas at a later stage for some reason, and you get better bananas. So what's best, an organic banana picked way too early, or an conventional banana picked at peak ripeness? I'd go with the conventional banana every single time, of course. It's really about having a balanced picture here and just doing our best, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. So last question for today from Glitzy Girl 811. Can you make a video on
8 to 10, 10, you know? That's what it is. 80, 1, 1. Probably.
Can you make a video on how you told your parents you wanted to travel and live this lifestyle, and how you stay connected to your other family members while you do your own thing?
Good question.
Yes. Basically, we kind of decided to start traveling when we went to La Palma the first time. And that was a special time for us. And I think our mother and father really, they accepted the fact that we wanted to do more of a traveling lifestyle, at least for a time.
And I mean, they've always been supportive of us, and we've been gradually getting more eccentric, let's say, over the last 10 years. Yeah. So I mean, they were already. It didn't
come as a shock.
No, it was not a shock, and in terms of our lifestyle, eating habits, they're very supportive. Our mom, she eats pretty similar to us. Our dad is exploring the vegan diet at the moment, actually. So you know, we're all open-minded people, and so they're very supportive. In terms of how to stay connected. Okay, in terms of how to stay connected with our parents when we're out traveling, we talk via Skype, maybe once every 3 weeks or something, and we also send emails and messages on Facebook and stuff like that. Quite a lot. So we stay connected that way. They also come and visit us sometimes, and of course we come and visit them here in Norway and stay here for a part of the year. But in terms of staying connected with other family members while we do our own thing, it's really a matter of just connecting on a heart level, if you could say that, instead of focusing too much on diet, you know, because we eat differently and we go to family dinners with our extended family and we eat differently than everyone else, of course, but that shouldn't hinder our ability to connect with them as human beings. You know, never let your diet limit your ability to connect with other people just because they're eating a different way. So really, we do our own thing and we're proud about it and we don't care what people think. And then when it comes to connecting with people, we just connect on whatever level it's connectable on. Alright, I think that's good for today.
Yeah.
That was a good little session.
We managed to keep it under an hour. We cut it in half.
Let us know if you think it's better for us to do only a few questions at each Q&A and get in depth like we do today, or if you prefer us to just go through a lot of questions and answer quick, like quick fire question kind of thing. Let us know in the comment section what you think. And of course, if you have any questions, just post them down below and we'll talk about them in the next Q&A in a month or something like that. Before you ask, that is our great grandmother. Okay, so it's the mother of our grandfather. Yeah.
The mother of our the mother of our
mother's father. The mother of our
the mothers of our father's mother. The mother of our father's no. The mothers.
Jag sa det riktigt.
Well,
Jag sa det. It's the mother of our mother's father.
Yes.
Yes. Alright. I hope you're having an awesome day wherever you're at. Go out and play, eat fruit, or whatever you choose. Optimal health feels amazing. The path to health is simple and easy. Just follow your body, follow your heart, and it will take you there effortlessly. We'll continue our rainy day.
And we shall be seeing you.
Yes, we shall. Thanks for watching. Bye.